We're in Dannah City on the coastline of the Persian Gulf, and it's prologue time for the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. There's almost 50 cars lined up for the 6-kilometre stage, and for the only Australian driver in a car, Brinkman has been looking forward to completing the prologue stage.
Australian duo here of Brinkman and Moscatt in their PH Sports Zephyr.
Yeah, it's been a while coming now, a few days, just hanging, waiting, but to get it out of the way is it's a big relief. It's it's not relevant at all, actually, the type of road we just did to what we're going to be doing in the dunes, but still good to give the car a bit of a run under a competition type of stage.
Now, this rally is all about dunes, and there was not one dune. In fact, it was dirt today, it was dusty, it was everything the dunes aren't.
Yeah, it's probably the opposite of everything we're going to have for the next 5 days, but there was still a lot of soft sand there, so that was still interesting to see what the car does. But yeah, we obviously ran more tyre pressure and allowing for it to be a lot rougher and stonier than it will be for the next 5 days.
And your approach today, obviously quite different to what you're going to do for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it was just don't do anything silly, don't look like a fool in the first corner, which would have been very easy to do. And speaking with a fair few of the other competitors, they did exactly the same thing, just get through it. Road position is not so important in the dunes because there won't be the dust.
Long stage tomorrow, start of the rally proper. What is going to be your strategy?
Just get through the first day and hopefully improve day by day. I haven't really set any goals other than try not to get out of that car too much and do too much digging.
5 days, plenty of dunes. What are you looking forward to most?
These are real dunes compared to anything I've done before, so yeah, it's no Stockton Beach, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that the most.
For co-driver Moscatt, he knows this stage is not indicative of the rest of the event, but it does have similarities.
Probably similar to what we've been doing at home in the Australian Off-Road Championship, but look, settles the nerves, all those sorts of things. I'm sure there's a lot of butterflies. Everybody talks about the dunes and how big they are here, and I know it's quite intimidating coming here for the first time. It was for me even. So yeah, if Glenn was feeling the nerves, hopefully today's just sort of managed to calm them a little bit. So we won't talk about big dunes.
Now, as a navigational rally, there was not a lot of navigation there. It was all marked, there was posts on either side of the course. So for you, it was a bit cruisy. Tomorrow, it's not at all.
Yeah, it's a twofold thing, you're right. Basically, most of the time there was a red circle on one side and a red circle on the other, and we were supposedly supposed to stay to this lane. All the big guys had taken most of those out anyway. But there was 25 waypoints today in 6K, or 22 in that actual stage. So yeah, it was. I've got to stay on top of that. So essentially, I have 2 screens running. I have one with the actual tulips and the route instructions in it, and another one I have the trace of what we've been doing and all the waypoints. And I've got to monitor that we're getting all those sequentially, because if you get them out of order, there's huge penalties. So yeah, when we saw how it was today, that was my main role, was to make sure we didn't cut any corner too much where other people had, because you've only got to be a little bit off and they might have tagged it and you don't, and that's a disaster. So yeah, anyway, we got through.